Hey there, fellow investors. Welcome back to my channel. On Tuesdays, we are doing a Tip Tuesday where I drop tips for new investors on how to find your first deal and get paid. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss another video. On today's video, we are going to be talking about the 4 absolute MVPs that you need to have on your team when it comes to investing. Have you ever wondered how to assemble the perfect team to embark on this journey? I'm gonna go through those 4 people and tell you exactly why you need them and what they're going to do for you and how to find them. Let's get right into it. Now, these 4 MVPs are gonna help you focus on what matters the most. They are going to handle most of the day-to-day projects while you are gonna be the one to handle finding the money for the deal, putting it all together, and also finding deals as well. Now, the first person on your MVP team is going to be your realtor. This realtor mostly represents you on the sale if you're doing more off market, but if you are tackling for deals on the MLS, you're obviously going to need a buyer's and a seller's agent. And this person has to be an investor-friendly agent. And what I mean by that is that when it comes to investors, the agent needs to understand that this relationship is more about volume than getting the most out of one deal. So on the buy side, maybe they may give up some of their commission so that you can go buy that deal. But then on the sell side, maybe they're doing 1% or 2% commission. It really depends on what you end up negotiating with this agent. But the more investor-friendly agents are going to be open to something like that versus those who are not as investor-friendly are gonna think you're freaking whack and stupid, honestly. They're gonna think like, who the heck do you think you are? But that's how you're gonna be able to tell the difference. And I'm gonna tell you right now that most people will not be investor friendly. So it's up to you to go and find these people, whether that's literally calling every single person on Zillow agents to see which one is investor friendly. You can also ask other investors in your area for some investor friendly agents. You can also join a coaching program in your market and they'll be able to give you some insight on these people. Now, when you talk to this agent, you just want to make sure, especially if they're representing you on the buy, you want to let them know that, hey, look, my first offer is probably not going to get accepted. And I'm probably going to have to submit 30, 40, 50 offers to get just one accepted. Now, is it going to be easy making those offers? Yes, because it's a template. I'm going to make the same offer every single time. You're just going to have to change the purchase price and then the property and the agent, obviously. But I'm not going to get emotional about it. My number is going to be what it is. And you don't have to worry about handling the inspection or any of that. I will handle all of that. So being an investor-friendly agent has its pros and cons, but you got to find those people who don't really care too much about the cons of getting that lower commission because they understand that they're going to get more volume. So that's the realtor. That's going to be your first person that's on your MVP team. Now, the second person that's going to be on your MVP team is going to be your contractor. A contractor can literally make or break your deal. I've had contractors in the past who were horrible and I ended up spending over $100,000 over rehab. It ended up taking 2 times the amount of time that it was supposed to take and I ended up losing $250,000. If you guys haven't watched that video, I'm gonna link it up there. Make sure you guys go watch that after this because I went on for a wild ride. And this is why your contractor is so important, is because they are going to make or break your deal. And when it comes to finding contractors, honestly, it does take some time to find the contractor that you want to work with. On top of that, not all contractors are created equal. For example, some contractors can do a smaller job really, really well, really quick, but if you put them on a larger job, they may not do as well. And then another thing is a contractor that may be good for you right now in this season may not be good for you later on as you grow. Maybe they take on too many projects from other investors. They don't have time for yours. They don't have enough capacity and they didn't know how to scale to the amount of projects that they got. There's so many different factors that you're going to constantly have to look for contractors in order to continue in this business. Whether you're flipping or you're buying rentals, a lot of times you are going to need some work to do on the property before buying it. Unless you're buying a completely turnkey, then this may not be for you. But a contractor in general, for a property that you're going to buy that needs work, you're going to need somebody solid on your team. Now that takes me to number 3, which is a lender. So your lender is going to be extremely important in helping to fund your deal. You want somebody that's not going to ask so many questions, that's going to be easy to work with, and you know for sure that they're going to be able to close on time. So with that said, when it comes to choosing a hard money lender for flipping, don't just think about points and percentage. So for example, and I have this literally right now, you can have somebody that's at 12% and that they literally just fund you in a couple of days, or you can have somebody at 10%, but it takes a little bit of more roadblocks in order to get that deal, because say, for example, if you're raising all of the money for the down payment, they need to see that those funds have been in your bank account for 30 days. And so when it comes to moving quick and having to fund a lot of deals, sometimes it's a little bit easier to just work with this 12% guy, even though it's more interest. At least it's an easier process and you can go focus on other things. Because if the deal works, the deal works. But you have to make sure that your lender is going to fund it. Now, person number 4 is going to be your property manager. When it comes to flipping, this is going to be the person that checks on your projects itself. Or when it comes to rentals, this is going to be the person that's going to actually manage your rental. Now, I'm going to just talk about it from the flipping perspective. For me personally, I need a property manager to go be the one to visit the projects, check on the projects, and make sure that the contractor is doing exactly what the scope of work says. Now, if this property manager is going to give you the freedom so that you are not the one having to run to Home Depot, go get the materials, go talk to the contractor, and you can focus solely on trying to go find more deals to fund and more capital to fund this new deals. Up front, when you're new, you may play a lot of these hats. Property manager, maybe you're handy, maybe you might play contractor. My first project, I did play contractor. But as you move on through the process, you're going to need those top 4 MVPs on your team in order to scale and do more projects at a time. And so I really hope that helped you guys today. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I really hope to get this video out to more people so I can help more people find their first deal and get paid. So it really helps when you like the video. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and go ahead and watch another video that YouTube thinks you might like. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next video. Shoots.